Welcome everyone to another episode of the Warmup here. I'm here with the guys. It's me, Chris Sniper. We got Kev RL and we got Reg up in the building. Say what's up to everyone who's tuning in, taking their time out of their busy schedule to give us a listen to, man. Say what's up to them, man.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for coming to see us again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good?
Cool. And if this is your first time rocking with us, this is a place where we talk about sports, current events, and everything else through the lens of black culture. We're here every Tuesday, drop every Tuesday, so tune in every Tuesday. And, check us out on social media. We're Grindhouse Network, Grindhouse NTWK on IG, on Twitter. We also on the Reddit. We also in the Discord. The description, so all that stuff, the links is always in the description boxes of our respective platforms. Speaking of platforms, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Anchor. We are any place you get your favorite podcast and audio from the audio side. And then if you're here on the YouTube side, check us out. If you're in the YouTube area in the neighborhood, check us out, man. You get to see some of the more visual antics that goes on. And man. Anything I miss?
I think you got it, man.
Cool.
I was on point tonight.
Cool.
Congrats.
Oh, thank you, man. I tried.
Check that box. Check that box.
One out of 5. I'm about to go ahead and knock the other 4 out. Let's see how this goes, man. So let's get started, man. Steph Curry, this guy here, man, is the new 3-point king. He has hit 2,974 3-pointers in his NBA career, the regular season, and is now the number 1 spot on the NBA all-time list, setting the milestone against the Knicks game, surpassing Ray Allen. Ray Allen, gave him the love that he is much appreciated, man. Everyone was really looking for watching it. There was a Steph Curry 3-point watch for like a good week and a half to see when he was gonna break it, and it took him the trip to Madison Square Garden to actually do it. So the new 3-point king, Steph Curry. Oh man, what do you guys think about that? How did y'all feel about the milestone? Wait, the record-breaking milestone. How do y'all feel about that, Reg? I know you're a light-skinned fan.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Why everybody always saving it for the Guardian? Like, I feel like everybody but the Knicks are breaking records in the Guardian. Like, what's going on?
Special place, man. It's a special place.
Yeah, I think it's great. He obviously works very hard at it. He still has a long way to go. We don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. So I think it's amazing to see somebody break that record. How he's done it, how he's taking that responsibility of scoring for his team and just being a leader in general and just living up to it year in and year out. So I think it's a great feat, great accomplishment, to be honest.
Cool. Oh, short and sweet. Kev, man, what you got? What's your thoughts on it?
Man, it's always good, to win these championships. I know that's the main reason why they're there, and these individual things sometimes come and go. But this one is a big one. Like these top 2 guys, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller. I mean, we've been watching them for years and years and years, and these guys are superstars from that position, from that 3-point line. To see him do it, I expected it, but also considering the number of games in which he did it, I think compared it to Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, I was very shocked, very surprised, but at the end of the day, very happy to see such a skilled player change the game in the way he's doing it, man. 2,977 threes in 789 games as compared to 1,300 games for Ray Allen. It's like no comparison. He was meant for this. He was born for this. For that shot, for changing the game in which he has. He's doing his thing, and I'm happy for it. I'm happy to be a witness to it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I echo a lot of those sentiments. The only thing I will address is the fact that he did do it. I think he was the first. He was the first player to make shooting high volume number of threes acceptable or standard or commonplace in the game. I have a lot of conversations about that with other people was talking about, like, kind of talking about the games. It took him only 700 games to do it, And you had to think about it. Ray Allen was not really a 3-point shooter in the beginning of his career. He was a slasher. He was dunking. He was a playmaker.
Yeah. Yep.
And then as he got older, he kind of became this 3-point specialist. And Reggie Miller's always been a 3-point specialist, but 2 or 3 threes a game versus 10 to 12 threes a game, as far as like the volume, it makes a difference in your numbers and stuff. And a lot of the game was played inside out. But I mean, nonetheless, this is where the game is, and he has shown that it's a sustainable way to win a championship, to succeed, to be successful in the NBA. And he's definitely been like the pioneer, or if not the poster child for the style of basketball that you probably see today. Like if you think about the NBA in 2020, 2021, the way it's played is very fast paced. There's a lot of threes going up, a lot of people from different positions shooting them. Like it's became more valuable, but it's because Steph and Klay Thompson. I don't want to take him out of the picture because I believe that's a very key ingredient. But between both of them, man, they showed that it was a very possible thing to do. So kudos to him. Kudos to people who believed in him. Kudos to the people who helped him put in the work. Kudos to Steph for putting in the work. And kudos to his ankles for not giving out on him. It could be a different career. But yeah, congratulations to him. Madison Square Garden got a hex on it. Everyone, it's like everyone except for New York Knicks can succeed and do anything in Madison Square Garden. But I digress. So yeah, I did hear, man. Like I said, I hear a lot of stuff, man. This is kind of one of our fan requests that we got a while ago. Do we think that the fans will ever get bored of seeing the high volume of threes, considering how everyone shoots threes all the time now? So like, do you think that that's something that is going to become a little bit mundane as far as the excitement that's around shooting threes? Kev, what do you think?
I don't think so, but I do want to address some facts though. It's easy for us to get things misconstrued because of how it looks, right? And I don't know, maybe it is like that in a given game, but if I look at the total stats with respect to the number of career attempts from 3-point line, I haven't looked at Reggie Miller, but I did look at the Ray Allen, and Ray Allen had like 7,000 and something. Let me check it out real quick. 7,400, right? And Steph, over his career, 6,900. So he's not only done it in less games, he's also done it in less attempts. So there is a volume there because of course he's played much less games, but if you consider the fact that he's taken this many and has such a strong percentage with makes, why we get sick of it? We're there to see players play, points get put up on the board in all kind of creative ways, whether it be dunks, layups, and 3-pointers. And I don't know, something about this, being able to shoot from afar, have that precision, that accuracy, is still amazing. It could be a little less amazing for some people than a dunk or than a nice little slash and a spin move, but it's still amazing to watch. And I don't know if I'm gonna get bored of it specifically, just like, oh, I'm sick of threes. If the game entirely gets that way, then I can see, we kind of like, something needs to change. We want to see a little bit banging, a little bit of more scales rather than a 3-point shooter. This is not all-star 3-point shooter. We have that stage for that type of game. But I don't think it'll get there. It won't get there. There's too many different dynamics on the court. It's a team sport nonetheless. We don't have players necessarily doing... We have players overlapping, but we have players with the individual skill sets and what they bring to the team. And that will always be valuable, and I think that will continue throughout the game. So once we maintain that balance of varying skill sets, I'm good. Shoot away, young boy, shoot away.
All right, Reg, what you got?
I have to agree wholeheartedly. I don't think it's gonna get bored. I think sometimes we look at the way basketball was played, or we look at big plays like alley oops and dunks and be like, oh, that's exciting. But threes just add to the drama. Like at the end of the day, it's the same way we look at and one plays, like the ability to swing and make a big difference in the score. Because otherwise, like, this is gonna be like a slug match where it's just like, okay, this team gets a 2-point, this team gets a 2-point. The fact that you can, close the gap in a lead or go ahead and, take off and make that blowout even bigger by landing a whole bunch of threes, it just adds another element to the game where you don't have to just sit here and be like, all right, let's back off the 3-point line and just make it, you got to keep the defense honest. You can't just sit there and lock down the paint. You got to watch everybody. And I feel like the threes also just added to the way the game is played. We said, oh, the post is not doing. I see some players playing in the post and doing pretty well. I see some people knocking down mid-range shots. You're seeing these big guys like Jokic and Embiid, Bam Adebayo shooting some mid-ranges and some post shots. So you have this whole gamut of tools to use, and the three-pointers just being inserted in there too. So I just like it. I feel like it's just another weapon in there.
Yeah, I think the same. This is actually just again an evolution of the game. I remember back, I wasn't alive, but allegedly, we seen videos of people doing sky hooks. The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had the most unstoppable move in the NBA, and everyone in the park was trying to mimic this. It's a thing, right? And then it went from that to being Magic Johnson throwing no-look passes, doing the whole Showtime Lakers running gun style of play, to Michael Jordan being, everyone wants to be like Mike. He had the whole commercial, the branding, global marketing. Everyone wanted his shoes. No one, I don't remember anyone saying they wanted Larry Bird shoes, but I remember people saying that they wanted Michael Jordan shoes. And even to this day,
Larry Bird had shoes? Larry Bird had shoes?
Yeah, they're Converses. Yeah, he has some shoes. See? So, I mean, the thing is that the game evolves as, people develop bigger skill sets and things that, where they can be really efficient at this new style of playing. And this to me, this is like any other sport, whether it's soccer, baseball, where it's like you're not trying to go for the home runs, but you're doing a lot of ground balls. But you're doing the running game where you're just kind of loading the bases, and then everyone has different styles of plays, and anytime you do something to kind of upset the market, then it forces the other teams to have to
adjust.
To contest, and they have to adapt to your new way of thinking. So I don't think people are going to get, this is going to be a boring thing. I don't think people will get bored of it. I know people who still enjoy dunking, and I remember dunking was a highlight of the 90s. How many ways can you dunk on someone? That's just the thing, right? Just, whether you're dunking on a center like a Mutombo, or you're doing 360s, dunks in game, or all these high flying, Vince Carter was, we was waiting to see him dunk. You need to go see Vince Carter in game to see him dunk. So I don't think this is going to go away. And just dunking hasn't gone away. When we see a really good dunk, you see Ja Morant dunking on folks, everyone stands up because you want to see it. So just another element that we're going to add. Maybe someone pulls up from half court to hit a game winner. That's exciting, right? So I don't think people are going to ever get bored. There's going to be people who's going to be upset because it's not the way it used to be.
Yep.
Tell that to BlackBerry.
Nokia, I mean, the list goes on.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly. So, so you guys ever think the game is going to find its way going back inward, back towards, post-up game, heavy inside-out play? Right now, we're seeing a lot of dribble drive, pace and space, high octane, 7 seconds or less, in the shot clock and stuff like that. Are you ever going to start to see, you guys think we're ever going to go back to seeing more of an inside dominance in the way the NBA is played? Kev, what you think?
I think it's possible. We need the right player to do so. Zion was coming in he about to be this machine down low. And this machine has been slow to get off the tracks. We're waiting. He's not doing what he's supposed to. And B has been, he's been doing some footwork down there. I don't know if y'all been checking Embiid out, but he got some post play. Mm-hmm. He's not just a shooter in the mid range, or even stretch to the three. He does it sometimes too, but he got a pretty good post play.
Yeah.
So I think with the right player like Embiid or Zion that has the attraction, that has the following, and they continue to do what they do, they're gonna show you that hey, there could be wins with this style of play, and that may be the blocking factor right now for other teams. We need shooters because we don't see any other way to win. But if Embiid and Zion and these other guys show you, hey, I'm doing it, I'm winning, then I won't see a reason why that can't become not the refocus, but get reintroduced as more of a focus as it is right now. And inside out, now you could always like, hey, put it in. Now everybody want to collapse on that same dude. Now your 3-point shooters even get that much more benefit. So it's also going to help the 3-point shooters to bring back the inside game.
Yeah.
So it's there. It's there as a possibility for sure.
Okay, all right. I like that. Reg, you feel the same way?
I think anything is possible. I think he had a great pulse on it. I think it takes, in my experience, or from me watching the sport, what I notice is two things either happen. You have these kind of great generational talents. You have a Shaq, or you have a Joel Embiid. You need somebody, a Zion, looked like he was poised to be that guy who can just come and change the game, like how Steph did with the 3-point. But then it also depends on some of the rules, right? I think right now shooters have some favorable rules. They've been trying to change that a little bit. When you go into the post, it's easier for the team to come and collapse onto the single point, and that's where the rebound's going to be easier anyways. So there's more benefit for collapsing. Whereas, like, if you're out on the wing and the floor is spread out, you're more likely to have like an ISO one-on-one situation. And if you could just be a dead eye and knock down that shot, it's a very high percentage shot. And another thing about it, we said Zion we've been waiting, and it's slow to get off the tracks. When you're that guy in the paint and posting up, it's a lot of contact. It's a lot of contact, a lot of wear and tear. I feel like you could be a 3-point shooter a lot longer than you could be that guy dominating the paint.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
So I think it's gonna have to be just somebody who could just come out here and knock down and dominate, and survive the wear and tear, and or some rule changes to make it a little bit less favorable for shooters or more favorable for people being in the post. That's what it would take for me.
Yeah. It has to be like this transcendent player, like that, shows that you can win by having, you need to have a big man on your team if you want to win. And that may be another Shaq 2.0, or someone who is as dominant that, you need to, like, Draymond ain't gonna cut it. Like, you just can't put him on there because he's, he's getting pushed out the way. So I do think that it would require that, and he's also going to have to be light of foot, meaning a lot of times big men like that, at least back in in the past 5 years, they've been slow on the pick and roll. So that's the reason why big men was starting to be phased out, because of the fact that and people were favoring small balls, because pick and roll, they was just getting eaten up, and with everyone at the 3-point line, it just opens up the lanes and all that stuff, right? So I do think that it has to be a transcendent player who he has to be fast, able to guard all 5 positions, and he's going to have to be equally unguardable at the post and highly efficient. So maybe some rule change too. I don't think rule change is going to change. It's going to happen only because the NBA knows that offense, high scoring games, high points, high like flying activity offensively, that sells tickets, right? That's what gets people excited. So I don't think they're going to do anything that is going to inhibit that. They're not going to say slow the game down. They're going to say speed the game up. So I don't think that's going to be through rule changes, but maybe through how they officiate certain calls, like making it less favorable for offensive players to get fouls called on them for flopping or kicking out their legs, or that swing through that KD and Chris Paul does regularly.
Regularly.
Yeah, regularly. I'm like, man. So I agree with everything you guys are saying. I think it had to be like a transcendent dominant player. So we'll see.
I think too, when I look at how Shaq was just truly just dominating people. Like, it could be Duncan Robinson just come off, get off me. I'm gonna just slam it in the paint. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of offensive foul they call if there was Shaq like that in today's NBA. Yeah. Like before, what was just like, hey man, get big, go hit the gym, is now like, which may be the right thing to do, is hey, if you were in the right position, if your arms he's already 7 foot, if your arms reach a certain level on the player that's defending
yep.
you. Like a lot of that stuff is gonna make it kind of hard for that player to come through. Even if you were that unstoppable force, you also have to be, like you were saying, light on your feet, and you got to be very cerebral and aware of how the defense is gonna try and draw those offensive fouls.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Didn't they say Shaq took some what it was, like Pilates or ballet or something like that? I don't know if it was a rumor. Back in the day, it was like, man, these guys would do some, some
nimble.
Yeah, just to get nimble and be able to be, like what you said, lie on their feet. Man, it could have been a rumor. It could have been just something that was being put out there. But yeah, man, you gotta do what it takes to get your game up. And there's ways to get you a little bit more suave on the toes.
Yeah, he probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. I know offensive linemen or defensive linemen
football players,
in
they say,
the NFL, they do Pilates, yoga, ballet, just to kind of become more light-footed and more agile. So I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Shaq did it too. But it had to be my Orlando Shaq, because LA Shaq was not doing none in the offseason. So yeah, we'll see. But so let's go back to Steph Curry, man. Y'all think like he got this record now? I mean, it's only going to grow with time until he decides he wants to hang up the sneakers. Do you guys ever think his record would be broken? Wherever the record's set at, you think it's gonna be broken, or it's gonna be up there with the Wilt's 100-point game that's just collecting dust? In the annals of all the records that NBA has it hanging in there for you. Y'all think?
Oh, you going with first?
Oh man, we're gonna go with you, Kat. No, we're gonna go with you, Reg. What you think?
I think anything is possible in terms of records being broken, especially like you said, it's been a slow transition over the years on how aggressive people want to be with the threes. Before that would have been like, hey, why you passing up that fast break opportunity? Why, instead of shooting the three, where now it's just like, hey, if you got an open look, like we're encouraging shooters to go ahead and take it. You see people are still breaking 3-point records. I think Duncan Robinson, I don't know if it's an NBA record or a franchise record of like 58 straight games of hitting a 3-pointer. Or I think, earlier in his career, maybe like a season or two ago, they were talking about he was like the youngest player to hit 200 3-pointers or something like that. So there's always that new guy that they're going to be putting in there. There could be a role player. Maybe he has to do less than Steph. Maybe you just got to be a spot up three like a Clay who stays healthy. Like, who knows what if tomorrow may bring. They might introduce 4-pointers. Like, who knows what tomorrow may bring. So I always think it's possible. But like we said, there's still time on his clock. So
man.
It's just scary to think how fast he got there and how much more time he has left, potentially on the clock.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's the thing. He still got room to go. Can you catch up? I don't see why not. But at the same time, you have to think about who he's already passed. And these guys were at the top notch of the 3-point line. Even the people who are shooting really well right now. I'm looking at a list here on NBA.com. I'm seeing James Harden right behind Reggie at 2,500. Kyle Korver is up there. And then everybody else, before I get to Dame Lillard, is no longer playing. Vince Carter, Jason Terry, Jamal Crawford still playing, I think. Paul Pierce. So like between what's left is Dame or James or Kyle that's gonna do it in this era. That's not probably gonna happen. So it gotta be the next talents that's gonna come, and we can't speak to that. So everybody's on the court right now doing what Steph did, doing what Steph is doing, right? Like he said, people were trying to hook. Now everybody's going on the court, and no one's going on the free throw line and saying, let me practice my free throw. People are going out there on the 3-point line, even the half-court line, and they're practicing their half-court shots, like legitimately practicing their half-court shots. So when you change the game and you raise the bar like this, it's crazy the type of people that floods in after you. So I would love to say he'll stay up there and get some dust, but man, he's opened the floodgates, and I'm seeing the streets. I'm seeing the courts in the streets. People are out there practicing. They're coming for him.
Yeah.
And one thing I don't think we really talk about with Steph Curry, when you're that guy, when you're that Wilt Chamberlain, you get that 100 points, like that's something you had to put in yourself. Like, I want to do that. Like, you had to motivate yourself. Like, what was he chasing? Like, maybe he's just playing his game. Maybe he's not chasing it. But now that next guy, he has a target. So he knows what he's working for. He's like, well, I know Steph was here by then, so I'm trying to be here by then. Like, I don't know if that helps or hurts, but
Hurts, yep,
out there.
exactly.
It's out there.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you guys had y'all bets. I hope y'all win. I'm gonna go out here on a limb and say that it's definitely gonna be broken. It's not wherever it stops at, it's going to be broken. Records are made to be broken, and outside of Will Chamberlain's 100, I've seen everyone else's record being broken or about to be broken. Like I don't like the fact that the game is faster. There's more people coming out the gate shooting. Remember, I'm about calling CP3. Steph Curry wasn't shooting high volume threes when he first started, and he was injury prone. He lost all those years, and Trae Young is coming out of college, throwing up shots. Luka Doncic is coming out of Serbia, shooting them shots. Like, you know, and so now that it's acceptable, it's okay to throw up a bunch of shots and stuff. Like the volume of threes has like exponentially grown. So wherever he stops, like, I'm sorry, it's gonna be nice to see, but we ain't gonna see that last for too long. But I mean, again, that's what happens to be the first person. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, you saying that, but you gotta remember, just like you said, right? When he's the first person, he just did it. Like, he adjusted in his career. Now, defense is seated. And defenses have a chance to be like, okay, we got schemes to come and counteract that. They try to do it with Steph, and Steph has just, been able to shake that and transcend it. But, the game changes. You're not going to see that 100-point game from Wilt because the competition level, the parity, all that in the league is just not what it was back then.
I agree.
I would ask that question, what caused the Wilt Chamberlain record to hold? And why can't that repeat itself?
Yeah,
I think there was rules. I think the level of competition, and the man was a freak of nature.
All of that. Yeah, all of that. All of that.
We got a lot going on, right? Like, Steph is a freak of nature. The rules have changed to favor three-point shooters, and who knows if they're gonna continue in that direction. It may change one day. Factors, man, factors.
But like I was saying, now you got Dylan Brooks is out here.
Yeah,
that's true. But they ain't Dylan Brooks on every team. There's a Dylan Brooks on every third of a team, every fourth of a team.
I wouldn't be surprised if 5-10 years from now, everybody's gonna want to have a Dylan Brooks kind of two-way player to guard a Steph or a Trae, like, who can just be on you the whole floor and still give you offense. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next thing that people start trying to put on the roster.
For real? Yeah.
You mean like Paul George?
Nah, I want to say Paul George.
Okay.
I want to say Paul George. Good try.
Maybe he was that, but
sneaking that in.
Just asking.
I mean, I guess he was that. He suffered some injuries and mental things going on. But he's a two-way player that can give you some offense, I guess. But
he's a two-way player, yes.
But he's not on you on the whole floor. I'm talking about like people who are just they're comfortable in that role.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
And they're not a liability on offense.
I got
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
I got you. What you gonna say, Kev?
No, I was commenting. I was agree with him.
Good.
All right. Well, we'll see, man. Look, I'm all in on this not lasting. I ain't saying it's gonna.
What's it not lasting? How long? Because
I don't know. Because that one I can't predict.
In our lifetime.
Yeah. We'll be seeing.
Okay.
We'll see before you pass away.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, man. So, but yeah, man. It's always a good thing to have, man. Hopefully it stays up there, but like I said, whatever it is, whenever it comes down, let's enjoy it while it's up there. So congrats to Steph, congrats to the Warriors.
Yes, sir.
San Francisco Warriors. I heard that there was a new name change. So yeah.
You for real?
Nah, I'm just playing. They always they're gonna call themselves Golden State, but they moved to the
that would be hella confusing.
Side.
That would be confusing. They better not do that because we got Santa Cruz Warriors. It's too many.
Well, they started off as the San Francisco Warriors, right?
I did not know that.
Man, how you a Warriors fan? You don't even know the facts.
Come on, don't do that.
Alright,
Don't pull that up.
whoa,
Don't pull it up. Don't pull
whoa,
it up.
whoa.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. It's like,
You know I'm not the one. I'm not the one talking about I was a fan since Baron Davis. I'm not the one. I ain't not
don't
that
go
guy.
there. Don't go there. Fans come in every day. It's like, oh, you came in? All right, you got to go back like 50 years of history. You can't be coming in and paying attention to the games you're watching today. You got to go back in, catch up, and then start watching the games today.
Hey, save that for the people who claim that's their team. I don't think
Okay.
He's not just gonna pull it on me like I'm gonna be shit. Like, no, I ain't know they was the San Francisco Warriors.
I did.
Next.
I thought you was a fan. I thought you was out here claiming them. So I don't know, man. You confuse me
man.
sometimes, man. Sometimes you a
Much
Heat
respect to
fan.
the stuff. Hey, I'm always a Heat fan. First.
It ain't no confusion. Ain't no confusion. We in the Bay. We feel the energy of the Bay. We rocking it. Ain't no
all it
confusion.
That's all it is.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all some 49er jerseys then, since y'all are so committed to the Bay Area. You know,
I ain't gonna lie. When I first got here, I was really trying to rock with them 49ers. Man.
what happened?
I mean, I watch them. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I like Seahawks better at the time, to be honest.
Yeah, that was. I remember that
Man.
was you.
Here we go.
For me,
man.
it's just like they just couldn't really get it together.
They got it together now.
Then I moved to the town, and I wanted to be a Raiders fan, and they done moved on to Vegas. So
Left here.
no,
So Jimmy G, man, go ahead, get behind the Jimmy G movement, man.
no, I can't. I try to. Try to like the Dolphins too, man. I think I'm just put my head on these Cowboys.
Sorry, go ahead. I knew you was a Cowboys fan. I knew you was a Cowboys fan. You've
We
been
heard it here.
you've been in Jerry Jones camp for too long.
Nah, you see that when you start talking about Jerry Jones and stuff, I don't want nothing to do with them.
Oh, now you don't want nothing to do with them. Okay, all right, man.
I
we'll see.
like the players and the outfits in the stadium. I don't like the owner, coach. You know, let's see how that goes.
You
Yeah, the
tentative.
outfits.
You like Andy Dalton last year?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll see, man. We're looking to getting you access to some cowboy gear, man. I know some folks.
Hey.
So
Say that, the outfits. That just reminded me. I want to compare you to one of those people, Reg, but that just reminded me of like a sitcom. And the wife who knows nothing about football, she's like, "Oh, I like their outfits. It's cute."
wow,
You like that, bro?
wow.
The fits is fire. That's why I like the Raiders too. I mean, I like the Raiders because they have that history of being the gritty team and all that.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
black and silver, bro.
All right.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I do like the black and silver.
Okay. All right.
Iconic.
I feel you. Hey, there's another iconic team. It's called Green and Yellow, the Big Cheese, the Frozen Tundra, the Green Bay Packers, man. Aaron Rodgers, if you haven't heard of this guy, man, he's probably like the second best quarterback over the age of 37, with Tom Brady being number one because he's, you know, he gets those mulligans. But that's okay, you know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers is still out here breaking records. He's tied I'm about to break the record. Tied the franchise record for the Green Bay Packers with touchdowns at 442 with the late great Brett Favre of the Green Bay Packers. Not that he's dead or anything, but he's no longer a Packer, man. You know, he's a
Man, when you said that, there, you got me shocked.
Killing people off, bro.
Yo, you got me shocked.
no, he's still out
I
here.
hit. Favre got hit. I don't know.
Like, my fingers went straight to the keyboard. Like, what is he talking about?
No, man. The Brett Favre is Green Bay Packers is Brett Favre is dead to the Green Bay Packers, man, because he kept trying to come back and he was like, we don't want you no more, man. They sent him he had to go to the Jets and then he had to go back to the Vikings to play because of all the retirements. But
Real quick, do we know what Favre's
retirements.
Do we know what Favre's career touchdowns were?
I don't know. It's probably more than 400.
508.
Hopefully.
508.
508?
Yeah.
Okay. So he still got some work to do, but it's still impressive nonetheless.
Yeah. But he lost. He's about to lose this record. So let's just say
Franchise record that he broke, right?
franchise record. It's tied. So next game it'll be broken.
Yeah,
okay.
But yeah, man. Let's just talk about Aaron Rodgers, man, because he definitely did that and also clinched the NFC division. Not the whole division, the NFC, but the NFC North for so they got playoff berth. I'm just saying like that. You know what I'm saying? They beat the Ravens, and I mean, look, Aaron Rodgers is having a great season right here. He only threw 2 interceptions week 1. He's thrown 2 interceptions since, and he's number 6 in the QBR. He has 27 touchdowns. They're just winning. Aaron Rodgers is doing whatever Aaron Rodgers does. So, I mean, considering the plethora of news that was coming out of the Aaron Rodgers camp this past summer, this off season before training camp, did anyone even see this coming from Aaron Rodgers, considering what happened in the off season and game week 1 of the NFL?
I was gonna say you talking about preseason. I remember week 1 just looking up. I was surprised when we were talking about the damn Packers and they were having a winning record. I was like, after week 1, I feel like they took like 4 losses just week 1. Like it was just that bad of a loss. They looked so lackluster that I was just like, this team's gonna be trash, and wrote them off. But man, what a season he's having, showing that hey, you can have a disgruntled player come back and give you the business. Might even take them all the way to the chip.
Yo, that'd be crazy if we did that. But Kev, what you think, man? This is something like, did you see this coming?
All of y'all, man. I was right there with him the whole way. I was like, Aaron, you can do this. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. This is just a slow start. You got it. You know what I mean? But nah, I wasn't really there with him. I was all in those news about him not wanting to be on the team. He's salty about bringing out a QB. I thought he just gonna give up on the season and just be like, man, I'm gonna give y'all whatever and I'll be done with y'all. So I'm surprised. Not surprised, but I wasn't expecting it. But he did come off of a really good season last year.
He did. He did.
So it's like, it shouldn't be surprising because he had such a good season, but given all the drama, I thought it would have impacted. So, I mean, he did what he does as a professional. He put that behind him, got on the field, put his socks up, and played like a big boy.
I also feel like this is the blueprint for I want to get traded. Is come on the field and perform and your value up.
Yeah. show your value. Trade me if you want him.
Yeah.
My stock is up now, so I'll take it.
Are you saying that's what Ben Simmons should be doing?
I ain't gonna tell nobody what to do, but
yeah,
it seems like a good way to get it done.
Oh, okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay. It does. But you gotta be capable though, Sniper Chris. You gotta be capable. If the dude doesn't feel capable and he go there and embarrass himself even more, it's gonna be like
yeah.
It's like nah.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, I don't want it to be a full Ben Simmons conversation, but I feel like showing that you're willing to go out there and try it. It can't hurt.
Yeah,
I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that too. And the thing is twofold, man. That's the thing with everything you're saying makes sense. It's like, go ahead and try.
You always gonna
be like, nah, chill out. Don't put like it's like I don't know what to tell you, man.
Isn't that why the media is so great? Because they say he should try. He comes out and tries. Like, what? Who told him he's going on the floor? Right?
Oh man.
Exactly.
Oh man.
So
can't please everyone, man. You can only do what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's even more impressive when I look at the way that the landscape of the NFL right now is. A lot of these teams are in the playoff hunt, so it's a pretty competitive season. So for him to just stand out like that when other franchises are kind of like succumbing to the pressure, I think it's really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What Aaron Rodgers is doing this season.
Yeah. No, he's definitely cerebral. He's top 10 in yards. He's, like I said, he's number 6 in QBR. The dude is first in interceptions. He's only thrown 4. Like, think about that. His record is 11-3, and he barely missed that, matched that with his interceptions. And like I said, 27 touchdowns. He goes into freaking Chicago and still says, "I still own you." Like the bravado on this guy, like. The fact, like, just imagine you making fun of Aaron Rodgers on the field, and then not realizing you have 3 more quarters to play against this guy. He just tortures you soon thereafter. Like, I mean, like I said, he's playing on a different level. He's definitely cerebral. I did not see this coming. I look, you know what? I would have been okay with Petty Aaron coming out and just throwing games, just like throwing it in the dirt. He just out here digging ditches. I mean, I would have been totally okay with that. Like not even trying, no effort, just to kind of just rub it in the nose in the corporation, like just rub it in their faces and stuff, man. So, but you know, he's obviously more professional than I am. So, but yeah, I mean, I didn't see this coming, man. So, I mean, with that said, he's going to the playoffs. I mean, he's probably going to at least win 1 or 2 games, maybe make it to the NFC championship. Let's say all this happens, man. And I know some people are calling this the last dance with him and Devontae Adams. So, do y'all think, and this is going to go to the Reg, man, I want to see what he has to say, man. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to stay with the Packers, man, after this season?
I don't know. He strikes me as somebody who doesn't move in fear. So I'm going to go ahead and say that he's going to take his lead and get out of there. I think he's going to go and do what makes him happy. I think when somebody publicly makes those kind of proclamations, there's a couple things that are driving them to do that more than, you know, money. It could be maybe he doesn't want to be there. Maybe, you know, he's newly married. Maybe his wife doesn't want to be there. It could be so many factors. I can't see somebody having so much success in a franchise and being like, I'm out. Like, the season they're having right now, what they put together with this team just looks phenomenal. But I think Aaron Rodgers, he's a great talent. He's just going to take it and go somewhere anyway.
Okay. Is he speaking that out right now? I remember in the beginning it was a little shaky, but has he made any comments? Not recent, but just within the mid-season or anything that
he's putting the helmet on and, like you said, playing the game.
Yeah,
letting he got an agent. They got people to broker this stuff and handle this stuff. Lets them do that, and he's doing his job. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Yeah, man. I haven't heard anything new, man. So when I saw the question, I was like, I'm not even sure what he's gonna do, because I feel like if you have success with the team and things are flowing, maybe you could go back and do it again. But if there's other things that making it sticky and it's still a problem, maybe is what he's doing. He's just putting his head down, doing his thing, but really it's just to be able to get to the next step. So I don't know, man. This one, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to get my info from to say whether or not he'll stay. To be honest,
it's a tough question. If it was in this level of success, I'd have been like, yeah, he's out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just crazy how well they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the losses they lost to the Vikings is kind of, you know, it happens. They lost by 3, and then they lost to the Chiefs. And then I think they had some other loss. But
they lost to the
I think that was
Vikings,
that first loss. I think the Saints, where they got blown out, where we were just like, oh, this is a wrap.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are you saying, Chris? What are you saying? What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. Look, he's just a little mad, man. He a little upset. He's not leaving Green Bay. You know why? Because he's successful. No matter, it's like watching a band create great music. Like they hate, like they argue, they bitter, they thrash, they do all that stuff. Then next thing you know, man, you got Fuji's the scorer. Like that's what it is, right? So I mean, look, Green Bay don't have to like Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers don't have to like Green Bay, but they know that together they're gonna, like, they are in a place to succeed. Now, that's assuming they both have the level of respect. Like, oh, I hate you, I hate your guts, but like we're making magic, so like I'll put up with it. Now, if you know, because this is the thing, if they split up and Aaron Rodgers ain't making it no closer to the wherever he's supposed to be, like the Super Bowl or anywhere, and Green Bay ain't just fall off the face of the earth, then, or they like they're a lesser version of themselves, then all that breakup was for nothing. Like you're cutting off the nose to spite your face at that point. So
yeah, lose.
I don't think. Look, Aaron Rodgers is gonna sit here and he's gonna fuss and whine, talk about how he ain't being coddled, all that stuff. He gonna come out here and still play. So you know,
I don't know, man. I think sometimes people just like to go into work happy, bro. I think about it. LeBron James, when he left the Miami Heat, yeah, they lost to the Spurs in the championship that year, but that team was not, in any way bad. Still left.
No, it wasn't.
when he left the Cleveland Cavaliers, that team was in many ways bad, but they made it, had great success, toppled a lot of these young teams that we thought might, be those guys. Raptors, Celtics, Pacers, they all put up a great fight. He championed on and took them to they got swept, but that was still, a success. Making it to the championship, he still left, right?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when people declare that they gonna leave, that he might as well expect them to leave.
Oh, okay.
Has he been on that tip since though? Is what I'm asking. Has he? In the beginning, it was something a little shady, but has he mentioned anything about it since, or has it just been like you said, head down, playing the game?
I think he hasn't mentioned it, but it's just more so speaking to his level of like, there's Aaron Rodgers, the player, the talent, in the off season, pushing for what he wants, and then there's Aaron Rodgers, the player, the talent on the field, who's just like, I need to be the quarterback and do quarterback things, and to do that, I have to put some of this other stuff to the side. For now,
should. Yeah.
I don't think that means I forgot or it doesn't matter to me anymore.
Of course.
It's like doing what he needs to do to operate on the field, because that doesn't help him on the field.
All sensible things, man.
So you saying he leaving, or you saying you don't know?
Still think he's leaving. I think he's. I don't think he's a fearful player. Like, oh, what if I don't make it? What if this next situation? I think he believes in himself that I think he's that great of a talent, and I think he believes himself that great of a talent that whatever he goes to next will be a good move for him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. I doubt he'll not move. Thinking about I won't make it.
Yeah,
I don't see that from him. All many great talents is like, why would they say that about themselves?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, if he wants to come to San Francisco, I'm all down for it. But
oh yeah,
I mean,
don't you already got two QBs?
We do, but what's wrong with having 3 QBs?
But to be, you know what that is? Deep down in your heart, you don't like either one of them QBs, to be honest.
I do like Trey Lance. I mean, Garoppolo, he's a little tough. He's a placeholder right now, So
I think you like Trey Lance, but you don't think he's ready.
He's
and
not
I think
ready.
Jimmy G, you're not sold. I think you sold in the other direction. I think you're convinced that Jimmy G is just keeping it together. He has these patches of goodness, but I think he's ready for him to move on. That's how I see it.
A little bit of patchwork, you know what I'm saying? It just keeps the band-aids, sticking. That's about it, man. But after that, you're not better than Aaron Rodgers. We're not. That's not
an argument.
So,
nope.
So yeah, I mean, go ahead and get Aaron Rodgers, bring him back home to, California. That's where he's from. So, a little hometown, homecoming, So, with
they ain't working out too well.
Huh?
What'd you say, Reg?
That was gonna make sense. His wife's a actress too. Cali vibes, close to Hollywood.
There you go. Yeah, don't go to the Rams or the Chargers. It's not a good look. So
why not? Anyway, we're not getting in there.
Because he wants him on the 49ers.
I mean, why would you go to?
How's the Rams record compared to the Niners records right now? I know the Rams start to fall off a little bit. Couple losses back to back there.
They're 9-4.
Yeah,
9-4.
Oh, there you go. So,
I mean, you can go there, but I mean, people don't even really attend like those football games. It's in LA. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things to do. You get distracted and stuff like that.
That's one of the things to do. That's one of the things to do.
Exactly.
That's just one of the things to do.
Exactly. So I mean, look.
Oh man.
Look.
They need to have you when they try to pitch 49ers to Rodgers. You need to be in the room. I never heard somebody recite the attendance as a reason why you need to. Hey, you know what? Stadium don't even really be sold out. Like,
hey, maybe they should tell that to LaMarcus Aldridge when they were trying to Lakers trying to improve them, because they probably told him like, "Oh man, you get these free movie tickets." He's like, "Bro, going to the Spurs." So we'll see, man. We'll keep an eye on Aaron Rodgers, man. I said he's staying. Red said he going.
don't see why he would leave right now. I don't see why. It has to be a personal, like it has to be like a personal reason, man. I have no reason to stand behind him leaving unless it's what he wants.
Gotcha.
But with a winning team, winning record, doing great things, you know, let's keep the orchestra going. Let's keep playing that rhythm.
Exactly.
So I mean, if we run the tapes, the frustration was what, not being considered when they made the draft pick.
Yeah.
That didn't change. So either he got over it, which winning might help you get over some things. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Or maybe they did some management changes to you know, or made some assurances or promises to let them know that they won't do that in the future. But was there any personal changes in that front office?
No.
I don't think so. So I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like it's he already said what he said.
Like what you said there, though. I like what you said. When you said winning makes you get over some things. Like
that's
a fact, man. Like
Yeah.
I love the silence of my team when things are going great. It's like when things are going great, ain't nobody got nothing to say. We just rolling along.
Exactly. So, all right, man. We'll keep an eye on that, man. Congrats to Aaron Rodgers for being the future franchise holder of touchdowns in Green Bay. It'll be there about in 5 days or so. So, all right, man. We should leave it right there, though. We'll just go ahead and wind down, man. Reg, you got anything you want to say in the sign off?
You know, just thank everybody for rocking with us, you know, week in and week out. We try to be consistent, hit you with on this Tuesday, and you know, you guys keep showing up, so we appreciate it. Like, follow, subscribe, and find us on the socials, you know. That's it.
Okay.
And hit us up in the comments, you know, let us know what's what. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see, what you haven't cared seeing. You know, put a thumbs down if you don't like it. At least we know. Put a thumbs up if you do. We
get a thumbs down. Those people don't know how to shoot threes if you thumbs down.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, definitely. You know, tell us what you think about the Steph Curry record, man. How long it's gonna stay up there, and what you think the state of basketball is gonna be like in the future. Also tell us about Aaron Rodgers. How you feel about Aaron Rodgers becoming the new Brett Favre of Green Bay. And for only the good stuff, not the bad stuff, like not all the sexual harassment stuff that he was doing. But yeah, man.
Nobody even remember that.
I didn't even know about it, so I gotta go do some research and figure out why he tried. But do you have a factoid for us today?
Yes, I do, man. And this is in honor of the one who is not here, the one we do not mention. But yeah, man. So in football, I didn't know this. In the NFL, the home team must provide the referee with 36 footballs for each NFL game. Now, that don't really sound too weird until I start thinking about Deflategate. So, I was like, this is a nice little factoid to tie into Thomas Brady / Bill Belichick / NFL Patriots. That's why I said the phone thing is, hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not his fault. He threw his phone away.
I'm fighting back on that. I'm fighting back. That's you. You projected.
Hey. Home team must provide 36 footballs.
That's a fact.
So it just so when it starts to look a little wavy, a little shaky in the air, you know why?
Why can't we just have an impartial third party directly supply the balls?
That's a weird thing.
It's called a home field advantage.
And 36? Why not 30? Why not 29? Why not just 2?
But these 36 balls go on to be inspected by the referees, or not? We just take it as face value.
Yeah, face value.
Oh wow, we running on an honor system.
Okay, they're checking it.
What they gonna do?
They're checking it, man. They're checking it.
Okay.
All right.
This sounds like a plot out of Space Jam. Like, we really just...
I don't believe you. I'll call fake news on that. Hey, back checkers, people. If you're watching us, back checkers, let us know.
Steph Curry got computer chips in basketball.
He could have some weights and some magnets. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
Hey, so that's a nice thing to know. So when y'all see the balls look a little wavy, look a little low in air pressure,
you never know.
Then we know who to go to. So, but yeah, man, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and sign out, man. Like I said, like, subscribe, hit us 5 stars on the Apple Podcast, hit us like in all the other platforms. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe all other places, subscribing on social media. Like I said, we're here every Tuesday. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. So until then, man, we will catch y'all on the flip side next Tuesday, man. Until then, guys, deuces.
Peace.